Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. Before we get started, I just want to thank the Patreon scrolling in the scroll box below. We have some new ones, and I'm always happy to have new people on board. We have some new stuff for patrons only, actually, which is really nice. It's for Cypher System, but hey, I can't monetize L5R stuff. But if you like L5R and you're helping, like, I will make more L5R stuff as well. It will be available for everybody. Where are we? Yeah. Who is winning this week's poll? It's Narn.
Good question.
Narn is winning this week's poll with 57% of the vote. Congratulations.
Right.
Thank you for everyone who voted.
Might need it.
We got more people voting this time than voted last time. So, Naren, you get a victory on any one roll without bonus successes or opportunity. All that good stuff. So I was doing the D&D stream earlier. It wasn't a D&D like actual play. We were reviewing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. We wanted to do it last week, before, they released the new Dungeons & Dragons this week.
True.
At Gen Con. If you're at Gen Con and you're watching, holy crap, like, wow, why aren't you having, like, you can watch this recorded. Go play Gen Con. Go
play Gen Con?
Go do Gen Con.
Go
play Gen Con.
But yeah, the timing was all wrong with it. And then we did the thing, and then I got real tired, and I just fell asleep until like a half an hour ago. And I'm really groggy. I got that, like, the feeling when you wake up from a nap that was way too long, and just like you're disoriented, and things aren't working out for you. It's just me? Okay, it's just me. So
No, I was nodding my head in agreement, but
sorry, I didn't see you.
Which is why I don't like taking naps if I can help it.
So everyone is in this blood dungeon. Don't look at the stream map if you're on if you're playing this game. I'm sorry, Jarek. I know you have to look at Twitch and the map at the same time. Okay. But I'm thinking this is a complicated rotating dungeon with lots of little intricacies to it, and so how about instead we just make one die roll and jump to the end. You either figure it out or you all die.
That sounds very RPG. Yeah.
Considering we already kind of figured it out, the odds feel unfairly skewed against us.
I believe in us and our ability to.
I think I know what's going on now.
As long as it's not Sasha rolling the dice. She's
No. Only I can roll the dice.
Oh no, wait! I call upon heaven's favor.
Yeah, Naren's one of the last people going through here. What do you mean, Ida Youngso, who's in the back, is gonna roll the dice?
So, it'll be like a persuasion check in any other game, like.
Yeah, one check and you win.
One check and you win. You walk up to somebody, you roll one die, and you get exactly what you want.
Only on the conditions that everything we roll leads to winning.
Hey, this is why Legend of the Five Rings, 5th edition, this edition of L5R, is such a breath of fresh air, because you have to make a persuasion check multiple times, and then they give you exactly what you want.
And even if you succeed at making your check multiple times, there's a chance you still might lose.
Well, don't you have to do like a social encounter and get momentum towards
Yeah,
your
exactly.
objective?
The way you get momentum is you make a persuasion check every round. You make a courtesy check.
Or you do other checks that could contribute momentum, right? I thought that there's a whole multitude of things that you can do during an entry scene.
different checks.
There
but
are
still, you have to make
three
a check
checks.
round.
There are 3 checks you can do: command, games, and courtesy. If you are working on somebody who has a higher status than you use courtesy every time. If the person has the same status as you use games every time. And if you use if it's somebody who has lower status than you use command every time.
Bleh.
You can use the others, but then you get a penalty to your die roll. So basically, you just do the same roll every time to get momentum in this game. That's
Well, when the last time we did an intrigue scene with, Kitsu Satoru at the City of the Rich Frog, where Daisuke was leading the, magic lawyer charge or whatever, we did different things.
Our Ace Attorney.
Yeah, our Ace Attorney scene. Was that just you homebrewing, or
Yes, that was me homebrewing.
Oh, okay.
That was not
Well,
how
you get
intrigue scenes are supposed to go at all.
You get a clappy because that was nice.
Of
That was
course.
better.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Like the intrigue rules are stupid
Not
and
great.
dumb.
Both stupid and dumb. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a
They
lot.
might be
They
idiotic.
kinda suck in this edition.
Foolish even.
Social,
I love
but
it.
at least they have social skills and social techniques and stuff like that can make a difference. But they're not nearly as good as they were in other editions.
No, they're not. Hey, Tarek, you're leaning out of the camera
Oh,
right now.
sorry.
You're in
I
the.
was
Leaning out of
distraught
frame.
so bad thinking about
I know.
how bad the social rules are that I was just like
Let-
physically drawn to the
Let's
floor.
introduce everybody, because we're still waiting on James. James is having problems with his computer. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Tarek, start off with you. Talk about your character, and then moving on to the next guy.
Okay. Hello, I play Shishiro Kuranagi. She is your neighborhood's friendly scorpion. She is currently standing at the beginning of this entire crazy dungeon map, flipping a carp switch. And she chose this place because it has the most easily accessible exit. She is here with all of her friends. I will pass it off to the next person down the chain, which would be James in this instance, but instead I'm going to pass it to Matt because I think they're the next person in line with a switch.
You should have just done James's introduction for him. Would have been cute.
All right. Well, since it's my turn, hello. I am Matthew, and I play Doji Daisuke, and he is our resident bumbling courtier. Even though I don't mean to make him a bumbling courtier. It's only due to my poor play style that I have a hard time with social niceties and whatnot. But I try my best as I can. But Daisuke is a warrior poet, and just trying to make himself useful for the group as much as possible. And also thinking about how Tarek introduced Kuranagi as your residential friendly scorpion. I could just imagine Kuranagi as an old lady handing out candied apples, and then they're like, it's like, Miss Kuranagi, what happened to Jimmy over there? I know he was a bully, but he's now lying face down in the mud. I don't see any bubbles coming up. It's like, oh, he got what he deserved, honey.
Yeah. Don't ask questions. And remember, snitches get stitches. I get off my property.
No, snitches get put in that fucking tree graveyard.
Yeah, snitches get Trader's Grove.
Yeah, there you go.
They get what?
Thank you.
Okay, let me
Put in
explain
Trader's
Trader's
Grove.
Grove.
Snitches get put in Trader's Grove.
Let me explain Trader's Grove to you, Crystal. Basically, there's a grove of trees with scorpion masks hanging off of them. That is because if you betray the scorpion, they will put your soul in a tree.
Yeah. They use a special knife and ritual to stab you through the heart into the tree, and it pins your soul to the tree forever. And then they torture the trees.
Are you proud of me for making that joke, Corey?
Yeah.
That I knew what Trader's Grove
Great
was?
reference.
Yes, I am. You get A+.
That's way worse than stitches.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
That's what Kuranagi would do. Trees. Snitches go to Trader's Grove, children.
Now get off my property.
Man, now that's a creepy forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Paul hangs out there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Please tell me he's in one of the trees.
No, he's just filming.
Yeah, you're just filming blogs there.
Disrespecting the entire area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Probably saying horribly culturally inappropriate things that are vaguely racist or blatantly racist.
It's like, oh, I see something in the distance. It's like, oh boy, here we go.
A scorpion child walking by. Oh my god, it's a ghost!
Who's next?
Next up.
All right,
Is it-
so I'll leave it to Sasha since
Well, the
I
next
have
person
to
up, of course, is James, but he's not here. So we go to Sasha. It's like-
Hi, I'm James. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Sasha. I play Bayushi Naurin, currently just Naurin. She's on a bit of a hiatus from her clan because they're doing bad things, and in order to stop the bad things that are happening in the Empire, she can't currently be affiliated with them. So here we are all together in a dungeon trying to get a blood sorceress's heart, theoretically. And there was a slime crawling through this dungeon towards us with every turn
Perhaps.
of the tunnels. And yeah, it's just her and Moshi Sora now.
Well, I mean, it could be a Minotaur. Just Sloshi.
So, you know, when we see the slime, I plan to push Moshi Sora out in front of me and say, "Take her!" No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
She's her sister!
Yeah, take her! No, I'm just kidding.
Don't worry, I'll kill it with fire.
She probably tastes like your master.
Oh, God. What? Why is it tasting? Never mind. Nope. Anyways, we're going to pass it off to Sora.
Well, who's next actually is James. But we'll
Oh
give
my
it to Sora.
Why do we keep saying James is next?
Because it's funny.
It's Corey's.
It's
like,
the
joke.
meme.
Hello,
Okay, so
I'm
it's
Crystal.
message.
I play Moshi Sora, who is a fire spellcaster / Bushi.
And
Yeah.
so dreamy.
I make a weapon out of fire. That's what I do the most. But I can do other things.
She can cook.
She can have a smoking
I
hot
can
twin
make a
sister who's kinda
fire.
evil.
I'll make the campfire. Somebody else can cook.
Not Kuranagi. We don't trust her to cook.
Nah. I tend to burn things.
She can program a VCR.
That's my
I
superpower.
know what a JPEG is.
I just met somebody who might be my twin sister, who I'd never heard of before. And now we're crawling through a dungeon underneath her castle and hope to find something that might protect us against her if necessary.
It's not a
'Cause,
euphemism either. We're literally in a dungeon in her castle.
yes.
Trying
Because
not to
she is a
offend.
blood speaker, and that's bad.
You okay, Corey?
I have very inappropriate jokes in my head right now.
Tell us
One
after.
has never stopped us.
Tell them-
Okay,
tell them
so
after.
next up is James.
Good job, Crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's trying to
I
connect
mean,
from
his
the look
little
of it,
video
but-
window is up. It's just all orange.
I wonder what
Oh,
part
he's
of
gone.
his computer is screwing up like
It's
this.
slowly exploding.
Yeah, what part do you think it is? Because
I don't know.
maybe it's the computer
Everything?
part after.
To me, it's time to get rid of his computer's a potato. For one, his computer's a potato, and he says Windows is just messing up. And I'm like, if it's Windows, it's time to switch to Linux to get the
Yep.
most out of your computer, which
The most
sucks.
bang out of your-
My
bang-
computer
bang
is
your butt.
half baked.
Or just get a a different version of Windows.
Oh yeah. Get that version of Windows that like cleans out all of the crap out of it. You know
What?
what's
Getting
it?
a new version of Windows
mean-
is cheaper than getting a new computer.
The
but if the-
opposite of what Windows usually does?
I think Windows is probably the least of his problems. It's probably the components in his computer that
Well, that's
are
what I
struggling to
mean.
run anything.
You know, we should do like a community drive for James, so that way we can all donate, buy him a new computer, and call it his
Just buy
giant
him.
peep.
All
We
gotta
can
do is
each
buy him
donate a
one of those-
part from our own computer.
Just buy him one of those
Frankenstein's
$100
monster
Chromebooks
computer.
and let him
I don't-
use that.
I have a Mac and everything's glued inside of it, so I can't like give parts out.
Like, just use some astringent. You can get it done.
Like, well, it's all soldered in. Like, I'd
Simplify.
love to give you RAM, but it's part of the SoC. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
You can give him a power cord, Corey.
Give you my power cord.
Give him an AC
It's
adapter.
the thought that counts.
I mean, I do have 2 monitors, but I'm kind of using.
Since you have a Mac, you could like Apple Pay him. You know.
Ah, yes. Okay. You guys are in this terrible dungeon underneath the castle. We have Kuronagi manning one switch. We have Youngso manning another switch, and we have Daisuke and Sotaru manning the last switch. Youngso is in the dark, and Daisuke has a lantern, and Sasura Kuronagi is in the dark.
But she's fine.
Yeah, she has wizard eyes.
Wizard eyes. Shadow Wizard money.
And
I
Moshisora
look
and Naren
like
are
that.
together, and even though you are far apart, you can still hear each other through many different sound-bearing holes within this dungeon.
Okay, well, I have a quick question. In character. Kuronagi, did you visit the room to the south of the one that we were just in?
What? What room?
So, Naurin and I are in the room northeast, and then there was another one southeast from the last branching room we were in. Did you get to the one that was to the southeast?
No. I've
Okay.
never been to any of those rooms. I'm still in the first room we were ever in.
Oh, of course.
Did they
Naurin
look
went
nice?
down. If you're talking about this one, Naurin
Yeah,
went
that
there.
one.
Yeah, Naurin visited that room.
Was that one empty?
If I remember, the last 2 were empty.
Okay.
We had not yet found a room that contained a lever, except for the 3 that are currently being occupied by our comrades.
All right. Yes, I was just wondering if any of these rooms that are kind of offshoots from the main path might have something in them, like a lever, for instance.
The
Well,
one
we still
above us
have 5
also
more
did
rooms
not
to
have a
go.
lever.
So I think that I know where we need to go as far as the path we need to take. Assuming that we're heading for the furthest east room.
That was my assumption. Since we started on the furthest side to the west, with no other indicators, we could assume we are trying to get to the east side.
I'll put the map up for the people out in watching land to refresh their memory about what this map looks like. And I'll put it up for everybody as well.
Can you unpause us,
Oh, yes, of course.
sir?
Boom. Unpaused.
Whee! I'm free in my little confine.
So have y'all figured out the map in the week you had?
I think so.
I think so.
I mean, it's just a map with rotating halls. What else is there to get?
Well, how they meet up with each other.
I mean, is my map not accurate? Come on now. I thought I made a great map.
I think where we need to go right now is we need to go to the right and then head down. And then head to the right again. And then that would get us where we need to go.
Yes, we'll have to head right and then probably just
the only issue with heading right is that we couldn't get through here right now. We tried and no combination of levers would let us get through here. So we might need to retreat back into this room down here.
Well,
and then
the door is not going to open if there's no path connected to it. So we probably just need to wait here for the hallway to spin again.
So all of the levers, every single lever is in the pulled or activated position.
Yeah, we tried both combinations that we could and then tried to have Kuranagi pull the lever to see if we could open a door and it wouldn't budge.
And next up is James.
Oh, there he is.
James!
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. Finally, it's working.
Would you like to say something about your character?
Young So, tiny spy, becoming rapidly the world's smallest tank.
Very good. That was great. Did you have to install Linux? What happened?
Apparently, Windows had another update where they wanted to force a slideshow background onto my system. I went through the update process yesterday. Everything was fine this morning.
I feel that on a physical level.
All right. Well, all of the switches are in the activated position. You can give orders. You can move around. None of the doors in your rooms are going to open. Kuranagi's lever is in the pulled position, and Daisuke has one door open in his area, but nobody else's door has opened.
If all the switches are in the active position, then in order to get back the way we came, I think we need to have Young So pull his lever, and then Matt pull his lever, and then Kuranagi to pull her lever to open the door. That should take us back.
In that
order, that should take us back to where we were.
Okay. Well, is that what y'all are asking us to do?
It has been a week, but that's what I had written down. So unless someone thinks that I'm wrong for some reason, then I think that's what we should do. I was pretty sure in my notes I had wrote before we stopped last week, we already had James pull his lever again, so it should have been disengaged. But if if the game master is saying that it's engaged, then I guess we just have.
Yeah, I sometimes I lose count. The original, I'm looking at where the original position is, and how many lever throws would get you to where they are right now that I'm seeing, and you would need all of the switches in the on position right now to get there.
Yeah. So then we need James to throw his lever. Young said to throw his lever, Young said to throw his lever, Doji Daisuke to throw his lever, and then Kuranagi to throw her lever.
If you think that's the best way to move forward.
Technically, that's the best way to move back, but since there's no way forward, we have to move back.
At least a single step.
Yeah. And then we have to try going from the next area, which is here.
Now, we don't want to be madmen and just all people on levers going yank, 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 yank.
Or do we?
I was going to say, I don't see a downside.
Motion sickness.
Yeah.
Motion sickness, encountering a slime.
Well, if the slime is in one of the rotating rooms and you just go yank, 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 it would turn it into a centrifuge, and it would start separating Like, what happens
Into
when you put
multiple
blood in a
slimes?
centrifuge, Crystal?
It separates into layers based on the density of the different components.
There you go.
Blood
So
separates
it's gonna become
into
like-
red cells, hemoglobin, and plasma.
It's gonna separate into blood and weird water and magic gunk.
So then you're gonna get like a plasma slime. You're gonna get a platelets monster. You're gonna get
A platelets monster? Does that go run around and try to
Like
steal
Golem?
things?
It just tries to make everyone stick together.
I
Yeah.
think, as
It fixes
some
it.
Jamaican friends I had would say, it would just become a bomba clot.
Oh god.
We only need to fear the white blood cell slime.
Mm-hmm.
That one's vicious.
Too bad that one lives right on the very top layer.
Yeah, it gets flung off first.
Pull the levers!
who's pulling a lever?
Well, they said for me first, so yoink.
Okay. Let's.
Also,
Nintendo.
I
Push
do
your
have
lever.
one question about the acoustics. Without raising voices, I'm hearing everybody perfectly fine.
Yes.
In that case, Young So starts kind of softly singing. Not enough that it interferes with anybody hearing each other, but just a unicorn throat singing.
And then apparitions appear in the corner of our eyes.
For funzo or
And then Matt would need to throw his lever.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to close the. Okay. Everything you hear, all of the grinding happening, and
And
and then it stops.
before anyone else throws a lever, Kuranagi, did yours reset?
did mine reset?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's see
I
if
can throw mine next.
any doors open.
Before or after I turn it?
Well,
She wants
next.
you to pull your lever now.
Yes, pull your lever.
Okay, pulling it.
Okay. Clack, 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 clack,
I am.
clack, clack, clack.
Oh.
Splorch, splorch,
Oh.
splorch.
Oh, we found the source of the squelching.
Well, remember,
Okay.
you can
Smelly?
abuse it with a sacrifice.
A
So
large.
I had a bet going with Ida Youngso. Is it the poop monster from before?
No, this is the
I
blood monster.
Told you it wasn't.
This
I
is-
assume this
No,
is
I
the
was
blood
saying that
monster.
it was
I
the
can
slime,
describe
not
it
a
for
poop
you if
monster.
y'all
It was
want.
Dirty Dice Game
Guys.
said it might be
Yes,
the poop
please.
monster.
When did I ever make a bet with you two about that?
Oh, I didn't say you were part of the bet. I just
I
said you
love
were the one
how
that said that it might be a
Naren
poop
and
monster.
Sora are like dealing with this terrifying slime monster, and everyone's just bantering through the fucking walls.
Well, you can't do much.
They can't
else.
do anything.
I mean, the three of us are stuck sitting in rooms with levers, and I can
You
sing
want us
for
to flip
morale
one?
if you like.
You want me to flip a lever?
It is a large lump, a bloody lump that, like, expands and contracts to move as it slowly moves. Well, it doesn't slowly move. It comes through the door immediately as it opens. And it's ready to strike, and we all need to be in initiative.
Cats are flinging themselves the fucking door.
I heard that.
Oh, hold on.
Thank
hold
God
on.
you don't have opposable thumbs. We'd
Give me
never
a second, guys. There is something I need to do here.
You heard the thunk 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 in the background? Yeah, that was my girl cat flinging her tiny body at the door handle in hopes that she could open the door.
It sounded like dun dun dun.
Yeah, like a psycho.
Yes,
Because
you
she
have
pulled the
round
handle
knobs.
and then it rattled and then the door rattled.
And there's Simba right there. Just being
Leo.
adorable.
Leo.
Okay.
Leo, I'm sorry, Leo.
Sorry, I just need to make sure that the doors were working properly. Are all the doors open? Open, 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 close.
Got his
While
new
you're
fleet
doing that,
collar
I'll be
on,
right
so
back.
hopefully that helps him a bit.
Okay. Everybody gets to roll some dice.
This
Did
way.
Ready
anybody-
for us?
Huh?
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for you to roll. Hold on, let me reduce the difficulty to 1 and make it because it's gonna be a TN1 check. So now I'm ready. You should be able to. Don't click off of that and click back to the. If it says +1 void in your sheet, click off of that and try again. And then roll your dice.
And I do believe I've been using my bow of fire as my light source, so I should be prepared to strike.
Did I? Am I an idiot? Yes. Man, I messed up. Thought I had this whole figured out, but apparently I don't. Nope, of course everything's going crazy for me. Okay, all good now. Now I have to re-roll well, I could just change it, right? I'll just do that.
What?
That's a lot of dice.
I don't know, it just happened.
And they're all skill dice.
You did a 41 ring die? Is our ring?
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I see what happened. I'm updating this character because apparently I forgot to do that.
Did you give it a ring?
Like I said, I fell asleep and I didn't.
He meant to roll 4 D1s.
There we go.
Whatever that is.
I think on average 4D1s would give you a 4.
Okay.
Are you sure? Could it give you a 0?
Moshisora, you're up first.
All right. Let me just take a quick look at my character sheet. I mean, I'm probably fine with just whacking this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna whack it. At least for now. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
And I don't believe that I went with anything that would give things the burning condition or anything like that. All right. Con Inflict use. Unfortunately, I don't have much deadliness to a staff.
No.
I don't. Not at all. But this thing, well, at least it probably doesn't have armor.
And it
So-
is liquid versus fire.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that what you rolled?
Well, here, let me finalize it. I was considering whether or not to use any of the opportunities to negate the strife I took.
Yes.
I don't know if this thing has emotions, but I am going to try to use an opportunity to give it 2 strife.
Okay.
And the other opportunity will increase the TN of its next check if it does not include me as a target.
Okay. And it does. You do 6 points of damage.
4, that's 5 successes, so that's 3 bonus successes on top of the 6.
So 6.
9.
9. Sure. Okay. You hit it, and the blood sizzles.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, this thing looks like custard made out of blood. It's pretty big.
Actually, like, it doesn't. You don't hit it, and it just kind of, like, dodges out of the way.
Yeah,
and
because
takes
that's
fatigue.
how stuff technically works in this game.
Yeah, that's how it works. So you get real close, and it has to, like, move out of the way to not get hit by the staff. And it wants to get out of
make
the
an
way.
effort to not get hit.
Yeah, it wants to do that. It doesn't want to get hit by that staff. Naren.
Can I use the opportunity from my initiative roll? I left the room briefly.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
I want to give it 2 strife. Like Sora said, I don't know if it can
Take
get
strife?
or not.
Okay.
And then I would like to do the same thing, increase the TN of the next check they make before the end of their turn by 1 if it does not include me as a target. That way, no matter who it hits, it's going to have a +1 to its TN.
Right.
Unless it's aiming at both of us.
That would suck. And I'm going to have Naren swap to air stance, since I'm not going for a critical strike, since the last time I critically struck a weird ooze monster, it split into 2, and I really don't want to do that again. So I guess I'm going for fatigue? Can I have to hold? I'm holding a lantern. Can I set that down on the floor, or is that an action?
That's going
if
to be
I
an
wanna put
action
the
to set it
lantern
down on the floor. And unless you want to drop it, which it could
which
could
might
break.
be
break,
bad.
yeah.
Okay.
Or at the very least, like, spill.
Okay, then I guess I am going to put the lantern back. I'll take a step. Oh, I can't move my token. What is that? Take a step over here, set the lantern down in this area, and then take a step back. 1, 2, 3. And then I think that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh man, I know what I should have used my second opportunity for. Missed.
Gonna make a little drawing for where the lantern is.
Make a little drawing. Make a little X.
There you go. It's right there. It's my
All right.
lantern. So I don't forget.
All right.
Ooh.
The blood will move forward on top of Moshisora. Um,
That's no bueno.
okay. So first, it's going to try and it's gonna get into the same spot as you. So you need to make a fitness check to basically not be in the same spot as it, unless you don't care, unless you don't
To not
mind
be
it
engulfed.
getting on your feet and your shoes and such.
Yeah, I'd rather not touch it.
Okay, make a fitness roll.
Is it trying to engulf her, or is it just like getting on her?
Right now it's being in the same spot. We'll see what
It's
happens
just-
for its action.
Just very close. Okay.
TN?
Well, I was just wondering if this was part of it or not.
TN2.
That is a failure.
Okay. Your clothing is going to get the damaged condition as it starts to burn like acid on it. Then we'll grab this, we'll grab this, and we'll grab this, and oh, I get one more. I'll take it all. Hey, hey. Okay. Then a bloody tendril or pseudopod kind of appears and wraps itself around your flaming sword and snuffs it out.
Uh-oh.
Give me one moment. I gotta go to your token, and I gotta get rid of the light. Okay.
Okay.
Moshisora.
Well, it would probably be a good idea to try to get away from this thing.
Certainly.
So, fitness check? Is that what it is?
You can just move.
Oh, I thought it grabbed onto me.
No. It used its powers to destroy your spell.
Okay.
It snuffed out your sword or your bow staff. Sorry, your flaming bow
So
staff.
her bow staff is just gone, or is just not emitting light?
It's gone.
I mean, it's made of fire, so if it puts out the fire, it's gone.
Well, I'm just checking for verbiage here.
Okay.
That's what I figured, but that's bad.
You know what? I'm going to try to cast Heart of the Lady Sun, which I have never tried to cast before, Because it's a TN5 theology check.
It's a hard roll.
Yeah. So, this one should injure tainted beings and mend non-tainted beings. Gonna spend a void point. Well, I technically could still succeed.
I believe in you.
But I probably won't. Okay, nope. I'm looking at opportunities because I got a lot.
Yes, you did get a lot of opportunities. I'm just gonna put this over here. Don't mind this guy.
Alright. I'm gonna try to give this thing 2 strife again.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use the other 2 opportunity. So if it chooses me as a target of their attacker scheme actions before the next turn I take, they have to take 2 strife.
Alright. Trying to strife it out, I see.
We're just hoping that this works.
I mean, so far it's the only thing I've been able to do.
Okay,
And I'm gonna move so that it's not directly on top of me.
sounds like a good idea.
Try not to move too close to the lantern, because if it gets rid of our only other consistent light source, that would not be great. Try to keep it away.
Alright, Naren.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do... Let's see. Yeah. That seems like the way to go. I'm gonna go on to fire stance. I'm gonna do flashing seal strike.
Okay. With what?
With you said it was it left Moshisora's clothes looking acidic, right?
Right.
I have my katana in hand, but I don't really don't want to damage my katana. But my katana will only damage it if I actually hit it, right?
You have a couple katana.
But I mean, if I swipe at it, but I don't critically strike, and I'm assuming that I'm making an assumption that it might damage my weapon, but presumably it won't damage my weapon unless I actually critically strike it, because I'm not hitting it until I critically strike it. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. I don't...
Though I will say this, you've hit upon something correct. If you do critically strike it, right? You have opportunities on your roll. Opportunities can give you cool things like maybe not hitting it in such a way that you're too fast for the corrosion to take effect. If that makes sense.
Okay, how many opportunity would I need to successfully perform a check
Just
like
one
that?
opportunity.
Just one opportunity? Okay. Then I actually don't want to do Flashing Steel Strike because it could choose to take a critical strike.
Also, you have several katana.
I have several katana, but I have one drawn right now, so I will spend another turn redrawing my katana if I do that, which means another
Unless you use
turn.
it
I
as
need to know which katana you have.
I have like I said, currently in my hands is the one that I typically use, my Starlight Katana.
Okay, thank you.
But I might be able to do something about this. Okay, I think what I will do is, with a Yujitsu cut, I will draw a different katana. As long as I succeed. And make my attack with that one. Yujitsu cut, Rising Blade. What? Oh, dice picker. There we go. Fire. What's my TN to hit it?
2.
Okay. Ooh, that's not bad. So I think that means a bonus success because I'm on fire stance.
Mm-hmm.
Yujitsu Cut Rising Blade says if you succeed, you deal physical damage to the target equal to the weapon's deadliness. The target cannot defend against this if they are compromised. Now, with one opportunity, I could ready another sheathed razor-edged weapon. Could I potentially swap my current katana for a different weapon, like a shinobi katana, with that opportunity?
No, you'd have to drop your Starlight Katana.
I don't want to drop it because I don't want it to go.
Yeah. So you'd have to spend an action putting that away. But
I can't avoid it then, huh?
well,
Okay,
let me-
I'll hold on to it because I guess it's a taint. I'm assuming it's a tainted creature, and having that on me means that it's harder for it to hit me. Okay, so with one opportunity, then I will do the thing so that I don't actually. Oh, I don't need to. I didn't critically strike it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep a lot of things in my head right now. Firing opportunity. I will give it 2 strife with one of my opportunity.
Okay.
With 2 opportunity, I will force it to take 2 strife if it picks me as its target.
Okay.
And then I have 1 opportunity left. And then I guess I'll just lose a strife.
Okay. Let me tell you what it does. It does not defend.
So it automatically takes a
You
critical
pull
strike?
out your weapon and and you strike it and it doesn't move and your blade goes straight through it as if it were water. As if it doesn't seem to care at all about any sort of physical damage.
But my blade is not this one. This one isn't sacred. It's the other one.
Exactly. That's why I was asking you which one you were using.
Quick, throw an electric tripe at it.
So,
I'm gonna have to do something different here.
it will damage your blade.
Okay. I'll list my normal katana as damaged.
You remember how to do it?
Yeah.
And You can move if you like. Yeah, I was wondering if it was the Starlight Katana, that would have been a different story.
I'm gonna stay here. Well, I mean, now that I know, I'm just gonna throw this katana on the ground and start whacking on it with my sacred katana and try not to damage it. Because I will cry. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay here.
Is that it? Are you moving?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. It will go over to the lantern.
Oh, shit.
It will snuff the lantern out. And yeah, and you'll hear the sizzle of the lantern.
In this thing's butt.
And let's see. Naren should be able to see herself. Actually,
Moshisora should be able to see that area too, because my Starlight Katana makes a tiny bit of light.
a tiny bit of light. It should actually, yeah. I guess that's let me
Like the
do-
light of a single star.
Yeah, it doesn't give off a lot of light, but it does give off some. That should
I
help
think the
you.
previous one was correct because it said dim light through range band 1, which would be
through
this
range band 1.
area.
Okay,
Dim light.
through range band 1. Okay, so I
Bright
did
light
have it correct.
through range band 0, and then dim light through range band 1.
So you're lit up like a Christmas tree. And the round.
Yes. So Sora, you should be able to see her, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and the creature does nothing else. It does something, but
We can't see it.
you can't. One, you can't see it. And two, it's something it's doing to itself.
I
Sora,
don't like this.
and you wouldn't necessarily know because it's a big thing of blood.
Well, okay. Recasting Katana of Fire.
Okay.
I'll keep all 3 dice that have something on them.
Well, it looks like you did it.
Well, yeah, it's only a TN1. And the opportunities will be used to... Number 1, immediately perform a strike action with the weapon I summoned. And number 2... Didn't I have one that could give it the burning? Yes. The other one will be that it can cause the burning condition.
Okay.
Totally serious inquiry. Do you think if we put a bottle of sake in it, like thunk, it would get drunk? It
Who
would like absorb
knows?
it like one of those plant water thingies.
Its blood alcohol level would be through the roof.
Literally.
And
Straight
that's a
into
lot
its
of blood.
bloodstream.
I can already imagine Ida Young so.
Hold on, give me one moment. I'm gonna. So this, I'm putting over here because it's a broken lantern, and also, there is oil kind of spilling out all over the place over here. But you don't necessarily know that right now, Crystal, because you basically the light came on and you instantly attack.
Okay. So it is an actual katana this time instead of a bow.
Well, then you're out of
Nice.
range.
Yeah, you need to get closer for katana. But you could, right? I think you
Yeah.
could.
She has movement. You just need to get in range. There you go.
Doot. I will... keep the ones with strife. So that is 3 bonus successes, which means 7 damage.
All right. It defends itself. However that means for a blood monster. It's a dodge, basically.
Yeah, dodge.
It's a...
Technically, the way this game is written, defending yourself just means avoiding getting hit.
A lot of times it's like parrying and like struggling, blade struggles and stuff like that. Naren. Oh, it does the burning condition. It is immune to the burning condition. It is liquid. And not the flammable kind.
But it can
Last time I checked, blood
evaporate.
doesn't...
Mostly blood would evaporate.
Right.
And congeal.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not a blood scientist, but perhaps.
Well, I mean, once the water's gone.
What is a blood scientist name? A sanguinologist?
And the next thing you know, we'll have John Carpenter's The Thing on our hands.
It is Naren's turn.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just thinking. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do flashing steel.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're gonna use a technique.
I'm gonna do flashing steel strike with my starlight katana this time. What is its vigilance -2?
Just your technique should just work if you use the target and target it, and then click the technique to do the die rolling.
But it won't actually modify its vigilance on the sheet.
Oh
so
yeah,
it won't
yeah.
be right
Okay.
either way.
It's a hidden TN.
Hidden TN. Okay.
That
Don't
means
get to
you
know its
get a
vigilance.
void point.
Yay. If it's a hidden TN and I get a void point, does it spend that void point on the roll, or do
Not
I have to actually
automatically.
click spend a void?
You have to click spend
Yep.
void. Yeah,
I do.
yeah. You get a void point for your character sheet.
And you can choose to use it or not.
I guess I will use it. I don't wanna fail this, and I need an opportunity to not damage my weapon, so but like, how vigilant can it be? It's a puddle of ooze. Like, if it's something really high, I'm gonna be I'm like bamboozled.
Well, I mean, vigilance is one of those things that's based on your rings, so
Yeah, so if it has high
Who
water, it
knows?
just wouldn't make sense necessarily, but like, I guess it makes sense.
Also, NPCs don't follow the regular rules all the time. Just
Oh,
look at an
right.
NPC sheet in the book sometime, and you'll be like, "Wait a minute, this guy has this stat at this and this stat, yet he's got all of this fatigue. I don't understand."
Well,
So
I got a lot of successes.
yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, ran into that a few times when running Blood of Lioness.
yeah, this NPC sheet makes no sense.
You do have
Whatever.
opportunities, though.
It's good.
You
I
will
need
want
it.
to use.
Especially considering none of the enemy commanders during the mass battles had any katas or techniques.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, we covered that when we did our live review of
And
Legend of the Five Rings. Go
to
check
be-
that out on our main channel, Dead Unicorn, if you're
I
interested.
would love to be a part of those, but you keep scheduling them when I'm at work. Especially
And
the
Naren's-
Pathfinder one I wanted to be a part of, because I am one of the grognards you were talking about.
And Naren's katana gets tossed over here somewhere. The second one, and she does a two-handed strike with this one. Flashing Steel Strike, which won't matter unless it takes a critical strike. So it gets to choose if it takes strife equal to my ranks in performance and gets dazed or suffers a critical strike. Though if it's not dodging, would that mean that it chooses one and then takes another critical strike because it's not dodging?
No, it's gonna dodge your Starlight Katana.
Okay.
Starlight
And I'm
Katana.
spending one
Smell that it's
opportunity to not
dangerous.
damage my weapon
Yeah.
while I whack it.
So it's gonna take strife.
Bug in the smoke.
And get dazed.
Yeah. How much strife does it take? 1?
2.
Cool.
Also, did it attack Crystal? No, it attacked the lantern. It didn't attack us.
Yes. Is this dazed? That's disoriented. That's dazed. Dazed gives attack and scheme actions.
Dazed. Let's see. I probably have something that gives dazed.
That's the wrong way. Duels.
Dazed. The character's vision is obscured or their focus is hampered, putting them on the defensive. A dazed character increases the TN of their attack and scheme action
That's
checks
right.
by 2.
That's what I thought.
There you go.
And of course, things are always removed when the character doesn't do those actions that are affected for a round.
Doesn't do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
Then it's going to be their turn. Oh, by the way, during these turns, is anybody doing anything at the levers?
Yeah, anybody pulling levers?
Please don't.
You hear the sounds of combat. You're not sure what's going on out there other than you hear like sword play and people grunting.
Spellcasting.
Yeah, you hear invocations of the kami.
Absolutely under no circumstance is a combat the ideal time to start being, woo,
Could
let's
I-
see what happens!
Could I use a Shuji?
Yes, as long as you like if it targets somebody you can see, but Shuji usually target people that
Can hear.
can hear, I think. So
This is more of a target people who can hear me. As a scheme action, I make a social skill air check targeting a creature, and as long as everybody who hears me, if I succeed, each character performs either an attack or scheme action targeting that creature, count as having my assistance on the attack.
Hey, we got good acoustics up in here.
So basically, me yelling out support and like,
I'm gonna say no for the specific reason that you don't know what they're attacking, where it is, how it's attacking.
Yeah,
you don't
this
have
sounds more like a you have to be able to see it thing.
you or at least you have to have some
Or,
knowledge
yeah.
of what's going on in order to give that kind of aid.
okay.
So the librarian did mention that, or at least in the note
note?
that we got, that there was a blood slime, so we could assume with some form
And
of
Sora
application-
said there was a blood slime.
Yeah, it's
And
a,
that we
a
were
mushy
fighting it.
blood monster.
Yeah.
So at the very least, we can at least offer some rousing, encouraging support. It's like, you go, girls.
You go, Glenn.
Is that what you're gonna do? You're hearing pack, ouch, it's burning me, get it off. You're gonna be like, go team.
Go girl. You go,
you
girl.
you know how to deal with blood.
I gotta do
You're
Yeah.
both women.
No,
You've
use
been
it.
doing it since you were 13. Go.
Just throw all of your clothing on it.
He burns. He burns when I pee.
Don't come back unless you come back naked.
Okay, now I want to make a character for D&D or Pathfinder or something that thinks the best way to defeat a slime is with a towel.
Absorbent.
I mean, what you're describing is just, a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy character. That's all.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
towels are good for
solve
everything.
Okay,
Well, it's
Blood
not
Monster.
so much that they solve everything, but it's always nice to know where it is.
Blood Monster is going to move on top of Sora, make a fitness check. TN2.
Can't do much worse than I did before.
But you could do a repeat performance.
I could.
Did it have
You
to
know,
take...
fall
it's not
on my
attacking her, I
face.
guess. Oh, hey, that's not bad.
It's not
You
bad.
got this. Maybe your light won't get extinguished. We can hope.
Maybe it won't. You know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity with Strife and try to give the thing 2 more Strife. Haha! Missed!
Loser!
Okay.
I bet your mama was a blood clot.
Okay, and then it's going to move 1, 2, and then it's going to take a
your
maneuver to
father,
do
that
1,
particularly
and
smelly
Naren will have to make a fitness check. TN2.
Okay. I'm really glad I recently leveled this up.
Your mother was a blood clot, and your father was a bowel movement.
Your father
Oh, is
was
it running away
cholesterol.
from us?
It's
Maybe.
just moving through you guys. Well, I mean, maybe. Like, you don't know. It's a blood thing.
Yeah. I saved 2, right? Yeah, okay.
Well, the direction it's going is also the direction we need to go. At least in the end.
If it's attacking me, it has a +1 to against its TN because I have a sacred item on my person.
Yes, it is not attacking. It's merely moving through your space.
Okay, checking. Just checking.
Okay, and that will be its turn, and it will get rid of its stupid daze condition.
Because it didn't attack or scheme.
Alright, Moshisora.
Alright.
Oh, at the end of this round.
Should I be able to see down the hallway?
Yeah, we can't see down the hallway. I guess we're limited in light, so you might have to get closer.
Oh, yeah, that's probably actually the problem.
That's probably why. My light
Because
only...
you don't
my light
have
is
the
only
lantern on you, which is
5
why
foot
it
radius
ends right
now.
there.
Yeah. Oh, damn, it went far.
I can't see it anymore. It could still be close, though.
Oh, what's that square that you put there?
That's her
That's
sword.
my katana.
The slime moved through that, so that is going to take another damage condition, which will probably
Then it's
destroy.
Destroyed.
Deleted from my character sheet.
Well,
Let's
yeah, I guess.
see.
I mean, it's destroyed. Damaged is when you can repair an item, right? Destroyed
Yeah,
is destroyed.
destroyed is destroyed. Maybe it could be if you find like a master smith and be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
If
you
it was
might be
like
able
my
to
Starlight
salvage it.
katana, I would try to salvage it, but it's not. It's just my old katana. My old cheap katana.
my old
I'll be
scorpion,
okay.
a katana I got during my Genpuku. It means nothing to me.
It may have been my mom's katana, but who does she care? She's
My mom
Crane.
was a crane.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. What does she matter?
And also, fuck her.
Okay,
She's still a crane. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. What a
Moshisoro,
Um,
what's your action?
character.
I am looking at something.
Great job, Kikita-san.
Okay.
And you see an urn somewhere on
Since,
someone's parlor, like tumbling around.
Naurin is only using that sword for a little bit of light around her. I'm gonna cast Amaterasu's Gaze on her, which should put a little beam of light over her that lights up further around her.
Cool.
Very thoughtful. How long does that last?
It depends on the opportunities.
Okay.
If I don't get any opportunities, it should last for 1 round, plus rounds equal to my bonus successes. But if I get an opportunity, I can make it last for the rest of the scene. I think. Where is this?
Good.
Would be useful after we get out of this combat to help me have vision, but it could still help now. I think.
Oh, no,
what our
it's just
best
plus
call-
bonus successes.
Oh. Well,
I
I'm
think-
thinking the best.
I think it
move
has
at this
more
point is
effect,
for me-
like damaging effects to things, right? Effects.
It can negate obscuring.
Ah, yes, if there was obscuring terrain, that's what
Yeah.
it does. I remember the last time she used this, she used it to get rid of the obscuring terrain of like darkness and smoke and stuff like that. During the
She-
underground shrine battle scene.
Her class directly counters mine.
How cute.
Like directly.
Enemies to lovers, now kiss.
Mm.
Sure, I'll keep that too.
Range 0 to 2. Alright.
And okay. Light at range 0 to 2 persists 1 round plus bonus successes. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 5 rounds. And I'm gonna use my opportunity to make it extend a 3rd range band.
Oh, you should have said that earlier. Now I gotta open up my back.
Well, sorry.
How dare you? Okay. There we go. 3rd range band. How does that look?
That looks
How long is
lit up.
3 range bands supposed to be?
Oh, 3 range
squares?
bands.
3 range bands.
Yeah, I was like, that's only 3 squares, which is
You're
like what,
right. 3
2
range bands. That's
bands?
another. That goes to this. Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's gonna last for 5 rounds.
So we could chase this thing if you really
We
wanted to try to
can.
get rid of it.
Get
That's
vengeance
all
for
that I
now.
can do for this turn, though.
It might be better than it like resting and then coming after us again. If you want to go for this, we can go for it.
I'm good with going for it.
I'm a little worried about damaging my sacred weapon, because it's kind of the best thing I got going for me right now. And then if it breaks, I have no katana at all, which is my main weapon.
I'm gonna remind you guys that there is a way that the sacred text.
Yeah, but why would we sate it with our blood? We can just fuck it up, Corey.
Okay. just wanted to remind you. You don't have to.
I remember.
Good. Okay, you remembered.
I do. But I mean, Sora started to go for fucking it up, and so she seems to be a fan of that idea. I'm willing to go for it.
I don't want to give the blood monster my blood. Who knows what it'll do with it?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
Put it on
Who are you gonna sell it to?
the CIA.
The Sage of Blood?
Corey,
I
you
don't
gotta
wanna have
remember the 2 you're dealing with this slime monster are actually the most aggressive members of our party.
Or you could do the one thing that's an anathema to all of what Narn stands for. Stand down and let your friend take care of the problem. I don't know if it's in Narn has it in her.
Stand down and let your friend take care of the. What do you even mean by that?
Anyways,
No, seriously, what
I'll
is
tell
that
you
supposed
after
to
the
mean?
combat. Narn, it's you're up.
If it gets in a doorway, what would happen if Kuronagi pulled the lever?
Sora's the one that wants to kill this. I'm hung up on what you said now. I'm not gonna move past it. I want to know what that's supposed to mean.
If you're worried about your weapon, right?
Yes, I
Which
am
you'll
worried about my
need
weapon.
for future stuff, and Sora's weapon is not made of,
Material.
substance. Just let her deal with the problem.
Didn't
Keeps
I give you?
extinguishing her weapon, but
Didn't I give you a? I know it's not what you're skilled at, but didn't I give you a horse bow made of air? This thing.
made of air.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I did.
no, you
I
didn't.
summoned 2 of them, and I gave one to you, and I kept one on myself.
Well,
Is
she
that
has
a-
no
Either way,
hands
though.
in which to hold it now.
Is that a thing that you
They
can
go away.
do? Give a summoned weapon to somebody
I
else?
didn't think
Because
so.
I thought
I think
once
so.
they left your hands, they
Hands, they
You
disappeared.
needed it like an opportunity in order
As
to.
long as you can spend an opportunity, you can
Oh,
rate
it
2
might
of the
be
item.
specifically an air thing or whatever.
But
On
as soon as
mine,
you let go of
yeah.
it, it's gone forever. And also, like, they don't last indefinitely. I wouldn't.
For the scene.
But yeah, she had 2 swords in her hand, and she forgot because it was invisible.
Fair.
'Cause
It is concealed. It's also a concealed weapon.
okay. What is Narn
It's
gonna
made
do?
of air, so it's invisible.
Yeah.
So, Sora, do you want to try to go for this thing? Is that the consensus?
Sounds good to me. We're gonna have to go this way anyway eventually.
Okay, I guess here's the question that I had on my mind. If it gets on me and if I fail my fitness check or whatever, is that going to damage all of the weapons I have on me and my clothes? Because that seems like a lot of damage.
No, it'll just damage what it touches.
Probably, what you've got out in your clothes.
Which will either be your armor or your clothing.
Okay. I wish I had ranged option at this point. You know what I could do though?
Throw your shinobi katana.
No. I could throw weapons, but that didn't do shit. It like just let my previous katana hit it and it did no damage and it took no fatigue. So that would be pointless. The only weapon that I can do anything with would be my sacred katana. I really don't like the idea. I already got 1 katana broken. I really don't like the idea of breaking all of my gear trying to chase down the slime monster.
If
Especially
you
since
would like to
I'm armed
borrow
with standard.
my physical bow staff, you're welcome
It's
to
okay.
it.
I'm thinking that there might be better ways for me to help and continue this fight, like maybe assisting you, or
That works for me.
I could do. Okay, that won't work because what does it care if I command it? I don't think. I don't know if I can do that. How would I assist Sora? Would I just say I am assisting her? Can I do it from anywhere? What's the rules for this? I don't
So
remember.
the rules are you have to describe how you are assisting the person. It's called, I believe it's called assist, and as an attack scheme or support action, describe how you are helping. Describe how you are helping one other character at range 0 to 2 with their next action. If the GM accepts your suggestion, you provide assistance to the chosen character on their next action.
Okay. Or, I mean, I guess I could try it. It got dazed earlier, so I could try to do it again. I could back up and do fanning the flames. I don't know if it can actually understand me, but I don't think I needs to. Could I do fanning the flames on it and try to daze it? Is that a thing I could do?
That is a Shuji.
It's a Shuji.
Well, like you can certainly try.
Okay. I can either try and definitely give it 2 strife and potentially daze it, or I can give assistance. What's range 2 again?
Range 2 is gonna be right here or right here.
Okay, and there's no check involved. What do you think? Would you prefer assistance, Sora? Do you think you could beat this thing down all on your lonesome?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
We do appear to have it on the defensive.
I do want to try. I'm gonna stow my katana and I'm gonna try doing fanning the flames and see if that does anything. And then if it doesn't, I don't want it to damage my Starlight Katana, so I'm gonna sheath it. Oh, I guess I can't. Sheathing it is an action still. God damn it. Okay.
Unless you go to water stance, but I don't think you can do water stance and fanning the flames, right? Fanning the flames.
I guess I could do water stance though, and assist Sora and sheath my katana, right?
Yes.
That's a thing that I could do.
Yes.
Okay, then that seems like the move. I will give her assistance. And for flavor text on how I'm giving her assistance, I'm basically like distracting it by means of the 2 techniques that I have to daze it, even though I'm not actually mechanically dazing it right now. I'm describing to Sora how she wants to strike in order to confuse the creature. And that's how I'm going to help her.
Okay, you're describing how your techniques work to her in hopes that it will help her. Yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Okay.
3.
I will accept your assist.
Are you moving back?
I'm moving back because I don't want it to rush me and damage my katana. That would suck.
Okay.
And your katana is stowed.
Yeah.
3 and
oh,
1,
it's on its way back.
2, 3. Moshisora, you're gonna have to make a
Fitness.
check. Yes.
TN2.
You're making it now.
That's some strife.
Getting strife. Maybe I'll get opportunity. Okay. Then I'm only taking 1 strife.
Okay. It does not like fire, so it's going to attempt to put out your fire again.
Well, yeah. Except I made the check.
No, this is something it does actively, rather than passively just rolling into your space. I have no penalties right now, so this might make it... Well, it already makes it, so it's all good.
Does Sora has a Finger of Jade on her, right? So TN's +1, right?
Yeah.
Against her as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. If it's an otherworldly or tainted being.
That is absolutely correct. But this creature... Basically, I'm undoing the spell you're doing. And I need the exact same TN of the roll you make.
Ah.
So I need 2 successes. And I made that. So it snuffs out your bow staff again. Give me 1 second so I can take out your light. But unfortunately now, you have a light that, well, technically it can snuff that out too. It can undo spells. But it doesn't have any more actions left. So, Moshisora, you're up.
Okay, I believe that for the fires within, you previously ruled that I could not target the same character multiple times.
Yes, you cannot. One per target.
Darn. Yeah, because otherwise that spell's just not very good. Well, I guess I'm gonna try making another katana of fire.
Sounds good. Maybe this time you'll do a backlash. That's what I'm hoping for.
Maybe a title for this episode could be Extinguisher versus Igniter.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
You gonna rain?
You know,
Is that thunder? Are the windows open?
Okay.
you know, I just realized that Moshisora's TN should all be increased by 1 for all of her spells because y'all are in insanely tainted areas.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Well, I guess in the future we can keep that in mind.
In the future, we'll keep that in mind, yes.
I'm going to make it a bow staff instead of a katana and strike now.
Okay, strike.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay.
Alright. How much damage?
I'm still rolling. Let's see, what's my strife at? Pretty high. I'm gonna go ahead and keep these. Do I want to?
This is one of the things about L5R2 is like every die roll, there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
Slows things down. So, can you imagine like me having having a whole bunch of NPCs? Okay, Crystal, what do you got? How much damage?
Okay. That is TN2 to hit it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus successes. That's 11 damage.
Okay. That's a ton of damage.
Yeah, that's why I went ahead and kept those 2 strifey successes. Okay, and it's my turn, so I'm scooting out of it.
Okay. And then Naren. I don't know why it already says it's dead.
It says incapacitated.
Naren.
Swapping to air stance. Um, going to give Sora the same assistance as last time, explaining where to strike, how to use disadvantages to her advantage. Gonna go over here.
Okay.
Well, it's 1, 2. And then that's it.
All right. The creature. Um. The creature evaporates into nothingness.
It turns into a fine mist.
The creature evaporates into nothingness.
Okay, it seems to be gone. We beat it up pretty good, and it just kind of evaporated.
Excellent. Now we have nothing to placate.
So you like discorporated it?
That's what it looks like.
Was it some kind of spirit? You think?
Could I do... I mean, the only thing that really makes sense to me is a theology check to see if I can identify what that thing was.
Sure, theology TN4.
Oh, any particular approach you'd like?
Yeah, like, I think Earth?
Okay, recall. Ha ha ha! I got it. I'm super stressed out though.
So, you know how there are manifest kami that can take different forms? That one was a manifest Kansen.
That's what I was kind of thinking, out of character at least. I think this was a Kansen made flesh, so to speak.
Homemade blood, yeah. That's okay. That's probably really dangerous. That means that if there's other Kansen in the area, they might also have the ability to do this. So just be real careful.
We should keep moving.
Yes, we
Quickly.
should. Okay, you've taken down the stress level of the situation already.
I already did. Yep.
Is the lantern salvageable, or is
It's
it?
it's broken. It's got the damaged quality.
Okay. If it's damaged, can it still be
We
used?
can still fix it.
It can still be used, but it's got like a lot of its oil is spilled out.
I'll have to refill it with oil.
You
Then.
could light it aflame and leave it there.
I don't want to do that. Why would I do that? I need a light source. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead and
wipe
take
it off.
it. If nothing else, we can probably, fix it up later.
Do you have extra oil? If
I don't
not-
think that's an item.
There.
That-
Okay. There's still oil in the lantern. It's just not as much as
It's
you'd
not
like.
as much.
Well, I can always cast more light spells if we need it.
Okay. I'll save the what remains in the lantern in case Sora and I need to split up, and for now I'll just use her light.
Her light only lasts for 5 rounds, which you
Well,
both did in,
she
like,
has her
3
own
so-
weapons stick light. That's
Yes,
what I'm
I have
talking
a
about.
stick light.
Hold on, let
She's got her
me
glow stick.
figure out. Yeah, here we go. And then Moshisaurus light from her weapon
Needs to cool
is
down.
and 2, and then the light animation is rolling mass. Okay, update. Okay, all good.
We're all good. Well, there is a pathway open in front of us, continuing where we seem to need to go. So we're heading into the hall.
Okay, just again, be careful and keep talking.
Okay. The way is shut in front of us.
Sorry, that should be open.
Oh,
Give
never
me a second.
mind.
There you go.
Okay, new room.
No levers.
No
Is
levers.
this way shut too?
It is.
Okay, give me one moment. There you go.
Let's review the map.
Hey, Daisuke, you doing all right in there?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I
I'm just
expect
as
this
bored in
should be a
here.
dead end with no room. So we are going to need a lever pulled to rotate the halls.
All right. So since Youngso pulled his lever, you need me to pull my lever?
I think so.
That sounds good to me.
Corey, ready whenever you are.
Okay, you pull your lever, and oh wait, I can just use one button to close all the doors.
Well, that's handy.
I know it is.
There's
really
not one to
handy.
automatically open all of them.
I don't want them all automatically opened. Wait, you did that.
Also, Youngso, Kuranagi, any bets that by the time we're done down here, we won't get accosted by the time we go back up into the castle now, do you think?
Wow, Sora. Where'd you
You
go,
think that all of
Sora?
them are going to be upset that we came down here to their secret blood dungeon?
They're all just sitting above, feeling the tower rumble, arms crossed, like they're gonna die
Okay.
in there.
All,
All the noise we've been making.
all switches are back to their original position.
Okay.
Kuranagi, can Kuranagi pull hers?
Yes.
Yes. Open the
want me to?
Yes,
doors.
Okay, I'll open the door.
I don't see any reason not to open them.
Okay.
Another bigger blood slime. This one's its mama.
We run out and go, close the
We
doors,
gotta-
close the doors!
Someone just pull any switch. Let me just open all the doors that matter here.
Everyone at the same time!
And the door
Oh, God.
opens. Whoops, give me a second.
Nope.
And, no? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh,
Ooh, that's different.
This-
There
room.
are corpses in here.
Oh, God.
oh, there's another
And-
blood monster.
You have made it to the lair of the blood monster.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
Who pulls their
okay,
switch?
Try.
All right, Daisuke pulls his switch. Make a
Why
fitness
is
check.
Daisuke pulling his switch?
No,
Make-
I was making a joke. I was making.
Don't.
Okay, never
Corey's
mind
gonna
then.
Take it seriously.
Oh God.
Never
Corey,
mind then.
come
The
on.
creature comes forward, and it's initiative then.
Damn it.
Ugh.
It's another blood monster.
Kuranagi, you
Oh,
can't
good
push
lord.
your switch back to the original position.
I
It's
know, I
locked.
know.
And since no one said I pulled my switch, it is now
So,
initiative.
were you being serious? Do you
one
need
more
someone to pull
time.
the switch. Stay in the hallways.
I wasn't, but I don't know if Sora was being serious or not.
About
But I'm
What?
saying, don't say that you're pulling switches jokingly, because
Oh, really?
not. We gotta be legit.
Oops, I should be taking one. All right, Naren, you're first.
So are we gonna do the same thing?
Maybe we
What-
can
what's-
make it back up.
Hope that those skeletons don't come
Do
alive.
we really have any options? Like, if this room is different than the other ones, we're probably gonna need to check it out. I'm pretty sure that this is also the chamber we've been trying to reach this whole time. Don't know
It
that
could
for
be.
a fact.
There's this, and then there's the one straight across from where we came.
So
Well-
are we gonna try to fight this one?
I guess let's
Do we
see
wanna-
what's in this room.
Okay.
You're up!
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's something that I can do that isn't. Because even if I get the. Like, the fact that it can just damage my weapon for free by moving into my space, and if I make an attack action with it, it can damage my weapon, means that there's 2 rolls per round in which my weapon can be broken, which means in 1 turn, my weapon can be broken. And I really don't like that.
Unless
I
you
don't like it at
constantly
all.
spend an opportunity to not get your sword damage while
I
attacking.
know I can only spend the opportunity on the 1 check, but what happens if I make a strike and I just don't get an opportunity? I only get successes. And on the 2nd check, it's a TN2 fitness check, which if I fail, it touches me.
But don't you still have an auto success?
I do have 1 auto success, but what if I fail 2 checks in a row? Like, that's the point. It's very easy for this thing to break my stuff, as evidenced by my ruined katana laying 1 hallway over.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't want to tempt fate with this.
Rust monsters suck.
And my katana was sturdy, and it's not anymore, so...
You do notice you are at the threshold of the door.
Yes.
That mean if this room spins, would that cut it in half?
Maybe.
Do we want to try it? 'Cause it's in a interesting position.
Alright. Let's both back up and have... What, who is up next? Young So? Have Young So pull the lever.
Well, if we just wanted to go back to the state it was before so that we don't get thrown off course, we would want Daisuke to pull his lever.
Isn't he the one who just did?
That's exactly why in order to set us back the way we were, we want him to pull the lever.
Stop conversating about this.
Who wants to go back?
You guys sit around and you talk to each other and strategize for way too long.
Yeah.
Do what you're gonna do.
Okay. Daisuke, pull your lever.
All right, Daisuke, make a fitness roll to pull it in time. If we're gonna make it a TN3. If you make it, you pull it this action. If you don't, it takes the number of shortfalls, the number of people that go.
Oh boy, that's wonderful. All right, and I will use water to shift as quickly as possible. Yay!
Clank.
And I will use my opportunity to negate the strife I got from the roll.
That was Daisuke, so it goes back. Whoop.
Do we have...
Bulging muscles was able to pull in time.
Hey, Crystal, the point of doing the same one that we just did is so that I can keep track of where we are, because we might need to retrace our steps. If we start pulling things randomly and, like, we have to backtrack through this somehow, so we have to, like, do the same motion in reverse. That's the only reason to do that. And it's just that if we want to get back in there again, but, like, more prepared, then, yeah. That was my thought process, at least.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay.
So now we have Young So pull his lever?
Well, are we still in initiative?
Actually,
I don't know.
everybody.
I was kind of expecting that at least part of the blood monster got squished.
Bloop. None of the blood monster got squished. It was all the way on the other side of the door.
Oh, hey! The monster's still in the room. Without us.
At least there's that, right?
Well, at least you're safe.
Hopefully what we're looking for isn't in that room.
Hopefully.
Or if it is, you'll just improvise a firebomb of some variety and throw it in there. Which I guess is just Moshi Sora, so just throw Moshi Sora in there, let her explode.
I mean, the lantern's oil could be used as part of that throw bomb.
Did we go down here? I don't remember.
No, there's nothing down there, but there
There's
should be
nothing down.
something straight across from where we came in.
So what, over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be the
then-
room that was our proposed endpoint.
Then we should have Young So throw his lever now.
So on the map, there are 2 rooms you haven't been to.
Yeah. Well, okay, there's 2 rooms from here that we haven't been to.
Well, I'm not counting the one with the slime in it because you've technically seen that room, just not all of it.
We've seen like a third
So
of it.
there are 2.5 rooms you haven't seen. Okay, who's throwing their lever?
Young So, your lever, please.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, that would turn. Yeah. Okay. And y'all can move your people within that room.
I don't know why there's 2 of me now.
That happened to me last night while we were playing. And now if Kuranagi is able to pull her lever, now would be the time.
Am I able to pull?
You were able to pull a lever ago.
Okay, well then I will start pulling if they want me to.
Yes,
Okay. Do y'all want him to pull the lever? Her? To pull the lever?
please. Yes.
Okay.
And then it's going to be
door-
another blood monster in the other chamber.
God, I hope not.
I don't want to fight it again.
Doors open.
Thought we were done.
Okay, can you see through that one?
No.
Nope.
Dang it. Okay. Boom. There you go.
No. There we don't
Still
go.
no.
What? What?
Are
That
you
sure
gaslighting us? Is this what
That
they
sure worked.
describe as gaslighting, girl bossing, and gatekeeping?
Oh, I see what happened. There.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I don't see anything yet.
So you
No
enter
sound
a
lines, slime.
empty circular room.
This one appears to be empty, which means we probably have to go back to where the monster is.
But this was the farthest one on the side of the map, right? We think.
Kind of.
You
So
have-
perhaps.
You have words on the other side of the map.
What?
Yeah, but they don't really tell us exactly what's happening.
No, they don't tell you exactly. You have to interpret them.
There's nothing in this room, nothing on the ceiling. Nothing
Looks like
strange
all of
about
the
it.
other circular rooms, especially the dead end ones.
Especially the dead end ones.
Well, that's a GM hint if I've ever heard one. If we
5
go,
is the special number.
do we want to consider going back into the blood slimes room and making an offering of blood, or are we just gonna beat the crap out of it again?
Well, now you have 1.5 rooms you haven't checked.
Yeah. And do we want to try to go around to the other room, the last room outside of the? That might be a bit of a long trek because we have to go back quite a ways.
I have a feeling we're going to have to face that blood monster. Especially with the fact that, unlike all the other rooms we've seen, there were corpses in there.
It's true.
But I suppose we could check out the one last room that we haven't looked in, just to be sure.
Corey, could you remind me, which one do you use in a skirmish for initiative? Is it focus or vigilance?
It's focus if you know what's coming, and it's vigilance if you're surprised.
Focus if you know what's coming. Vigilance if you're surprised.
That's correct. Right now, everybody's lever is in the throne position. Activated position.
Well, let's get out of here.
I could raise both of our focus by 2 if you wanted, Crystal.
How long does
Which would
that
make us-
last?
Until the end of the scene, but it would lower our vigilance by 2. But we're not surprised anymore because we know that it's there and we've seen the blood monster. And if you want, as I'm just thinking of what we could do. I don't know how much it would help because we probably will go first.
And we go burr.
We go burr.
Okay. Whenever we get to that blood monster, I think that's a good thing to do.
Because I would
got
want to
my
do it
weapon
before. I
prepared.
don't want. It's not a thing to do in combat. It's a thing to do out. So.
And Corey, I don't know how much longer is this light on Naurin going to last?
I think you took it off already. No.
She's got a lantern right now.
Oh, you're using the lantern. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The
there is that
starlight
too.
has gone away a while ago. The sun, the Atamorasu's light. Well, if y'all aren't gonna do anything, I'm gonna have to stop the game right here.
I think that's fine. I think I might want to
I think
on
it's
it.
time anyway, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. It is time. Hey, I thought this was gonna go a little faster. Matt, James, Tarek, sorry, you just were lever monkeys.
I was
picked
moderating
it.
Twitch chat too.
Was that exciting?
Yeah, there was a bunch of people talking.
Hey, we picked our jobs, and we also had the thought with Kuranagi that, player had the thought, so I didn't mention it in character. If they really needed backup, Kuranagi could just go piff, 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 and end up in the same room with them.
No, she can't.
No,
I
that's
could teleport.
not
through.
through
She
solid
can't
rock.
teleport. She has to see.
Anyways,
long as
everybody
doors
gets
are
2
open, though.
experience
But the
points.
calls don't even connect.
Everybody gets 2 experience points.
I'll take them.
Here's the thing: if you could had that scrying, if Kuranagi had the scrying ability, and the thing you're scrying to is behind a wall, but within the range of your teleport, could you do it?
As
I don't
long as
see
it
why
was
not.
dark. Yeah.
I think so. I'd do
think
that
so.
because that first off, that implies like you
Someone
thought
carried
this,
a bowl of water.
Yes, you thought this through. You set this kind of thing up in advance. Yeah, that's like interesting, cool ninja stuff, and I like that.
I
Anyways.
still don't think we're in range from Kuranagi. That's
Oh
like,
no, you're
No.
on the other side of forever.
What was that? Get rid of that.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Wargiz, thanks for the comments. Do we have anything on Twitch?
Oh yeah, we had a whole lot of conversation on Twitch.
Oh
I was
wow!
just saying-
Hey, thank you, Mark Songs on Twitch for the conversation. And that's about it. From Crystal, Turret, Matt. Who else is there? James and Sasha. My name is Corey. Go roll some dice.